I'm Jan.
I'm Tracy, and we are on our much-awaited trip on the NCL Prima.
Now, the Prima right now is in Roatan, Honduras, but before we go see the beauty of Honduras, we're going to give you a tour of this very unique ship. We're going to start from the top decks. We're going to work our way all the way down to the bottom decks. Now, what you're going to find is there is a deck plan you're going to see right below us, and then you're going to see a red dot. That red dot will pretty much show you pretty much where we are as we go around the ship. So let's go.
We're up here on deck 19 midship. This is a nice area to lounge in the sun, but the more important thing is the free wave. The wave at sea is so much fun. It's one of your water slides on this ship.
We've come down to deck 18, and this is the Aqua Park. This is a place where children come play in the water. Not only they have a great time, but there's lots of lounging areas so adults can hang out and watch their kids play and get some rays as they sunbathe. So just across from the Aqua Park, you have a sun deck here, and all the way back in the corner, what you find is the smoking section that's outside here.
If you're going to be looking for some virtual or interactive games, the Galaxy Pavilion is a place to be. Not only does it have a lot of VR opportunities, it has an escape room in it, one of the neat things of this ship.
All right, so almost on any cruise ship, you're gonna find an observation lounge that looks over the bow, and certainly the Prima has this. This is the observation lounge. It wraps all the way around the bow of the ship up here on deck number 17. Unlike some of the other lounges that are like this, it's not very deep. Basically, it actually wraps around the Galaxy Pavilion, but it is very nice. Has lots of very nice places to be able to sit. They have a full service bar, and also you're gonna have a light breakfast and snacks throughout the day that are served here. Now we find ourselves at the main pool here on deck 17. There are quite a few loungers on either side of the pool, but as with most large cruise ships, they do tend to fill up quickly, especially on sea days. On either side of the pool, overlooking the edge of the ship, you will find two hot tubs. At one end of the pool is a large screen TV that is used to show different entertainment offerings, including sports. And as you might expect, right next to the pool is the Waves Pool Bar. As we move to the aft of the ship, we run into the Surfside Cafe, which is the ship's buffet with both outside and inside seating. Although we thought the buffet was a bit small for a ship of this size, it did have a nice selection of food, including pizza. Hidden behind the Seaside Cafe is a seaside grill with additional grilled food options.
While we didn't have the time to participate on this cruise, the vibe is the adults 18 and over area. This is a pay area. It replaced the Spice H2O, and it is a nice area that has a bar and loungers and hot tubs in it.
All right, so here we have two of the specialty restaurants. Both these restaurants are either a la carte or you can use your food package that comes along with your free at sea. To the right here, we have Palomar, which is a Mediterranean and seafood. Very, very good. And to the left, you have the Food Republic, which is also a la carte, and it is basically an Asian fusion specialty restaurant.
On deck 18 midship, you have the stadium. This is your complimentary game areas here. They have ping pong, they have beer pong, they have air hockey, they have pickleball, and they also have the Rush slide, which is a free 10-foot slide that goes down the side of the ship.
Right behind where you would actually get onto the Rush slide, you have the Prima Speedway Bar, which overlooks the Vibe. As we come around from the Speedway Bar, we have passed by the Drop, which is another one of the slides you have here on the Prima, and we've come to what they call the Bullseye and Tea Time. These are actually pay for fee activities. You have kind of an interactive a miniature golf, which is tea time, and then you have basically Bullseye is where you have darts. Made it to the 20th deck of the NCL Prima, to the venue that was probably most talked about, which is its 3-deck Speedway. This racetrack is a for-fee activity. It might change from cruise to cruise. For us, it's $15 for 3 laps. It looks really, really fun. But we could have, for a 7-day cruise, paid $199 in the first 2 days, and then you would basically have the ability to race to your heart's content whenever it's open for the entire cruise. It looks incredibly fun. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go down to deck number 16.
We have one of my favorite places, the Mandara Spa, and then there's a fitness center called the Pulse. The spa itself is a thalassotherapy area. It's a 2-level place. It has saunas, it has steam, it has wading pools. It's got the most wonderful stuff. And then behind that, on the forward of the ship, you do have the Pulse Fitness Center.
All right, so we are on deck 15 in front of the Splash Academy. This is a great place if you're traveling with children. You can actually leave them here to have a great time while you are having a good time on the rest of the ship. Now, this is a deck 15, with the exception of the Splash Academy, as well as decks 14, 13, 12, 11, and 10, and 9 are all cabins. However, on decks 12 and 13 is where you're gonna have your studio rooms. This is where if you're traveling solo, you can be able to stay. And also on 12, there is the studio lounge. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to deck 8.
One of the main entertainment venues on the NCL Prima is the Prima Theater. This is a 3-story theater that goes from decks 6, 7, and 8. This is where you're gonna have your dance routines, you're gonna have your big concerts. On our trip, it's gonna be the Donna Summers tribute, so it's a really nice space inside.
Now, the biggest reason why we wanted to go on the NCL Prima is what is behind us, which is the Ocean Boulevard. We love the getaway class of ship. And the reason why we love those ships is because of the waterfront. Well, what NCL has done is essentially has taken that waterfront, that great, wonderful promenade, which you have the bars and sitting areas, and then have expanded it to this. It's just a wonderful area.
We have one of the neat things that we like on the Ocean Boulevard, and these are the infinity pools, and they are on both sides of deck 8, and alongside of that they have not only the pools, but they have like a little dipping area where you can lay your feet on some of the bench areas.
On either side as you move back towards the aft of the ship is you have these hydrate stations. Although they're not necessarily hydration with water, these are hydration with wine and with beer. Actually, this is a self-serve alcohol station. You use your card, you get your wine, you get your beer. Pretty convenient.
The Indulge Food Hall. This is a new concept on the NCL Prima ship, and what it is, it's 7 or 8 different venues that you can choose from. There's an iPad on the tables that allows you to pick from any of a variety of menus. They have a garden station, they have noodles, they have smokehouse, they have the rotisserie, they have an Indian place, they have tapas, they also have the Latin Quarter. So it's a great way to try a variety of different foods, and you can order from any place that you want at that time. There's great seating options inside and outside. It's open for light breakfast in the morning, and then you do have a fuller lunch and dinners on the sea days and the port days.
Oh, by the way, another option that the Indulge Food Mart has is Indian. They actually even have their own tandoor ovens, which is very nice. All right, so we're gonna go out and we're gonna go to the local. So this is the local. Now, if you've been on NCL for a while, they used to have oshi hands. This is essentially the pub style food that would be on almost every out of the NCL cruise ships. There's 2 sides here. You have on this side is you have your bar side. If you want to add thought about that, obviously you have a full service bar. You do have a bunch of seating here. Not only will they have drinks, it is on this side you can get some basic foods such as hot dogs, hamburgers, and wings. However, there's another side we're going to show you, which is where it's really a sit-down restaurant where you still get those hamburgers and hot dogs, but also you get a more full service of menu. To include, they also have breakfast here and lunch and dinner. What is also nice is if you have those munchies like at 2 o'clock in the morning, you actually can come here and get a bite to eat.
Right across from the local on deck 8 is Los Lobos. Now this is one of your specialty restaurants. This is a new addition to the NCL Prima. It's a Mexican food place. We haven't had the chance to try it yet, but they are known for their tableside guacamole, and everything here is a la carte, or you can use your dining package. You have one of your other specialty restaurants. This is Onda. This is a higher end Italian restaurant where you can get pizzas, you can get pastas, and you can get land and meat-based dishes here. It's a really nice restaurant that you can do a la carte, or you can use as part of your dining package. entertainment venues that you can find on NCL Prima is Sid Normans Pour House. It is a very small venue, but it's intimate. And what they had on this particular sailing that we were on was a tribute to Fleetwood Mac. We had to stand in line probably an hour ahead of time. It was very, very limited seating, but it's very comfortable, and it was a great band performance with a live bar.
All right, so right across from the Sid Normans Pour House, you have the Improv. The Improv is your comedy club. Also another small, intimate space here. Obviously, you have seating, you have the stage, and you have a full-service bar. All right, so as you come out of the Improv, you're moving to the after the ship, you come to the Metropolitan Bar, as well as the Humidor Cigar Lounge. Quit my habit of smoking cigars mostly, but this was a type of cigar bar on a ship I really look for. You have lots of different places to sit. It's fairly decent size, has a good ventilation system, and one of the things that NCL does, although different ships enforce it at different levels, this is exclusively for cigar smokers, because this is the only place you actually can smoke cigars on the ship. What also really caught my eye is they have a pretty good assortment of premium cigars, and the prices are pretty much the same as what I can get at home at my local tobacco or liquor store.
Love sushi? Then Nama is the place for you. This a la carte for fee restaurant serves the best sushi on the ship. Still want more Japanese food? Right across the hall from Nama is Hasuki, which is the teppanyaki restaurant. Unlike Nama, though, there's a fixed price fee for dinner, which includes starters, a main course, and dessert.
This is Hudson's. This is the first of the two main dining rooms which we're going to show you here on the aft of the 7th deck. It wraps all the way around the aft. It's just a beautiful space. It is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinners on selected days.
Down on deck 7 is Le Beastro. This is your French restaurant. This is a specialty dining, but you can get it as part of your included dining package.
All right, so we're now on deck 6, and we're at the Bel Badier Bar. This is the bar that services out in front of both the Commodore main dining room and that of the Kagney Steakhouse. All right, so the Commodore is the second of the main dining rooms. It's much smaller and much louder than what we showed you there at Hudson's.
One of your specialty restaurants is located on deck 6 next to the Bel Badier Bar. This is the Kagney Steakhouse. This is where you're gonna get that perfect New York style steakhouse steak. It's very classy inside. It's a very small venue, but the steaks are delicious.
So that is the NCL Prima. Now we have one other thing to show you, which is what does a stateroom look like? To be able to see that, go on to watch this video. And until then, keep on traveling.